What's up, family? Neil Oates Jr. here, and welcome to the 2-6. We are blessed today to have on as our very first guest, my brother, Mr. Errol Chung, Mr. Miami DMT, Mr. I Make Millionaires. Did I miss anything, sir?
There's author and father's a big part of that as well.
Yeah. Author, father, all that other stuff. But right here, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to be on this with me, man. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, brother. My pleasure.
All right, so I want to tell you and people what we're doing on the 2-6. The 2-6 is going to be 26 minutes of jam-packed information, unedited, unpolished, uncut. So they're going to get 26 of the good, the bad, the ugly. So make sure you got your game face on.
Okay. You know me. You know I don't cut corners, man. So PG-13, I don't know what ratings that you have. I'll do my best. No editing.
Do your best.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best as a respectful individual to your audience. I'll do my best, but that's all I'm gonna promise.
Okay, well, your best. Well, speaking of that, so before we even get started, I guess we're already started. So before we go any further, what are your feelings on, you know how people say, just do your best and that's all you can do. What are your thoughts on the best is all you can do? What are your thoughts on that?
I think that throughout time, people have used different things to motivate themselves. I think in times of inspiration, where you need to lead a group of people, or you needed to give that soldier that pat on the back, or that do the best you can do, is sort of a cop-out for me, right? Because that's like saying breathe. That's like saying walk, you know, for those of us that can walk. That's like saying be a good person. If you're not doing your best, then what exactly are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm a straight and narrow type of person. I like to get to the point. If you're going to motivate me, give me information that I can implement. Do your best is, my mama taught me that.
And the reason I wanted to park right there for a moment was because I had an idea that was going to be your sentiment after after knowing you for the years that I have. Okay. All right, so we're going to jump into what people really want and what they should be wanting from you. Miami DMT, just tell us, what is Miami DMT, what you guys do, and how it started, if you don't mind.
So Miami DMT is it's a lot of things, man. It's a dream come true for me. It's an ability to really sit myself and position myself in a place where I feel I can do as much good for the people I know as possible. Mm-hmm. It started out that I've been in sales and marketing for over 20 years. I'm only 37 years old, but I've literally been in sales and marketing, since 16, 17. Okay. I've been convincing people to do things, some things they wanted, some things they weren't aware that they wanted at the time. But I've been in some type of sales and marketing for a long time, and over the years, my growth has hit stages. My career has transitioned from different levels of marketing and sales in different industries. And so what Miami DMT is evolving to be now is we have a digital media network station where it's actually live videos and actually cultivated videos of webcast winners and web host winners, web series developers. And we're looking to get those guys on, or those ladies as well, on feature presentations. We're looking to be the bridge between WebFest winner, a web series host, to national syndicated TV. So we're building that bridge right now with a couple other friends, Miami Web Fest and Brian Thompson, a couple friends. And
wait, hold on. Now, when you say these people's names, give them their credit, man.
I don't know if they want me to say their name, man. I'll shout them, my friend.
Okay, shout them out. This might be the platform. We never know who's gonna see it, dude.
I am humble when I say these names. Neil Oates. Come on. I have Brian.
You know what? Hold on. That's the first time. This is going to be the only time that Neil Oates and humble are used in the same sentence, and you weren't even talking about me. I just want to make sure.
They may know the TV you. I know how humble you are. I know how difficult it is to give you a compliment, brother. Trust me. I remember, right? It's
so Brian.
So Brian Thompson is the founder of Miami Web Fest. And I'm so nervous, I'm fidgeting right now. I'm sorry. All right. So Brian Thompson is the founder of Miami Web Fest. He is a feature producer. He is a web series host. He is a entertainment lawyer. He is an international.
Good dude.
He's a good dude. I mean, heartfelt. He is an amazing person. And I've asked him in conversations to kind of guide me on what it takes to build a web series, and where else to go but to the top. Obviously, one of my things is, if you're gonna ask advice, go straight to the top and kick the door in until they say what's up, right? So Brian actually taught me how to do web series, got me into my first couple web series. I became a part of his web film festival, Miami Web Fest, and from there, one of my things in marketing and sales is I build my own product line. So even though I'm in marketing and sales, most of the stuff, the clothing line, all the stuff, it's stuff that we make ourselves. So we get, the benefit of the creation and the benefit of the sale. So what I'm doing with Brian is making his project, which is Miami Web Fest, extending the longevity of it, and making it a on networks platform where people can actually view the web series over and over again. On top of that, we have an online magazine that's coming out. We have 30 cultivated networks, 30 different Facebook pages, about 118 individual products that we're going to be.
Let me stop you right there, Errol, because that's what you've given me enough, and you've given the people enough. No.
You can't ask me what I do.
No. You've given them enough to understand why I wanted you on and why we're going to talk about this topic right there. Because you started talking about the Facebook pages, the magazines, and the series and everything that you're doing, along with Brian. And I know your network and how deep it goes.
Yeah,
we want to talk about positioning. Positioning, and not only positioning, but focus. So the first thing that I wanted to ask you is, why is intense focus right now today and positioning? Why is intense focus on positioning yourself so vital in today's time?
It's being able to be fluid. It's really important to be able to learn from our past, but not get stuck in our past ways. I'm a comic book guy. Everybody knows I'm a comic book guy. And Tony Stark is one of my favorite. In fact, I'm not even wearing my ring. I should be wearing my ring.
Focus, man. Focus.
Busted. I know, right? Busted, right? So Tony Stark is one of my favorite.
Wait. Stop looking for the blasted ring, dog. I know
what? I'm going to get in trouble. You know, wife, you're going to get in trouble. All right.
Okay.
So Tony Stark is one of my favorite comic book guys. He's a futurist, right? And what a futurist is someone who's able to adapt themselves and their personal best, right, whatever they love, into a scenario that they want to. So I'm a salesman. Do I sell toilets? Do I sell homes? Do I sell rickshaws in Japan? Do I sell jets in Alaska? It doesn't matter. I'm a salesman. I sell stuff, right? So positioning means that as long as I am around the right product, what's most fun for me, then my energy and my consistency to excel transfers over as well. So we were talking to your friend Alex the other day. We were talking about the capabilities of being in video marketing right now and positioning. And it's funny because video marketing and marketing in general is so essential to all business. I mean, it's not just large scale businesses. Everybody needs to generate audience and generate awareness.
So right there, is it a necessity no matter what level, no matter who you are or what you're doing, video marketing is non-negotiable at today?
I would quiver to see the industry that doesn't have it. And I would say it's almost would have to be an illegal industry. You would have to have some kind of business structure where you don't want people to know about you, but you kind of want people to know about you.
Gotcha.
Look what we're doing right now. I mean, this is it's for as much technology is between us. This is our regular conversation. We've had these conversations. This is how we flow. And when you're in video marketing, you can take something as casual as a conversation with a friend, and that can become a platform for content, for material, for awareness. There's so much capability, but you're positioned in the right industry, right? So if you're good at sales, but you're selling what you don't like, you're not positioned well. You could have skills, but your numbers are going to be low, right? If you're a doctor, but you really don't like working, in a certain region of the, if you're like an army doctor, you don't like doing field surgery, well, you're not going to be as competitive in a combat environment. You have to be in an area that you're happy. Happiness. Okay,
so let me pivot just a moment right there. So I know that you said that, for instance, if you're a field doctor and you're out in the field, you might not be happy if that's not what you enjoy, if you don't like that environment. So we see a lot of people who I believe they think they're positioning, but it is almost like a gimmick. So how do we tell the difference, or how can you tell the difference between positioning yourself to be something as far, compared to being a gimmick and just a flash in the pan per se?
One of my brothers always told me time and consistency. It's doing things enough that you start to see patterns. There is no way to tell a bad person in a business deal until you run up against a bad person in a business deal, right? Favorite song, Devil in the Blue Dress. You don't know what the enemy looks like, right? So even when the enemy is yourself, even when the enemy is your own procrastination, even when the enemy is outside negative influence or hearsay or naysay, you have to be aware of who you are, and you have to be positioned in such a way that you can survive that. You know what I mean? You have to be able to get around it. Right?
Okay. So on that note, you went into it for a quick second before I interrupted, unapologetically, because I'm not going to, because it's my show.
All day, baby. All day.
I'm just pausing here for that dramatic.
You got it. You got it. Okay, we good.
So no,
dramatic effect and intimidation is different. Okay.
So one of the things I wanted to ask is, how do you know, or how do we know, how do I know how to position myself? What do I look for when it comes to finding the right position in the market, in the industry, just out here in this landscape right now? What should I be looking for? I heard you say something about being happy, but then and all of that. So what are you looking for when you're working with a client and you're trying to focus on and help them build that strategic plan to position them correctly in their space? What are you looking for?
All right. So the major thing is happiness. Are you happy doing what it is you're doing? If you are happy doing it, you'll do it more. The more you do it, this is all systematic. This is long division. It's complicated, but it's easy, right? If you love doing something, you will do it more. As you do it more, you get better at it. As you get better at it, more people are where you do it. As more people are where you do it, more people begin to ask you to do it for them. Now you have an income scenario. But it takes a while to get to the point where people know you as a thing. Now, I am not the person to ask, like, how do you pick a career? My career chose me, like, by all definitions. When I was in college, I had 4 jobs. I ran a little modeling agency. I was a substitute teacher.
Wait. Were you the model?
No, sir.
So you weren't the talent. You were just
No, sir. No, I've always been the business mind.
Wait. Hey, do me a favor. Give the people what they want. Just give them that profile real quick. Give them
You should.
Oh, come on, dog. Don't tell me you wasn't the model, man. You could lie to somebody else, man.
When the count is 6-1 girls to guys at your college, I don't need to be a model. There's nobody looking at me when it's 6-1. And it was fun. It's always been a strive to find out how to find your passion, how to find your niche. And really, you just got to be open. I tell you how you find it. Be a good person. I swear, just not being a jerk, being open, talking to people, not being selfish, asking people about what they do, because there's no way.
Man, see, now you're going back to the foundational core stuff that you and I think.
Come on, man, you got to get the platform.
We think is everyday, just qualities and traits, but that's rare today. Unfortunately, it's rare.
Yeah, it's one of the things that. How did you and I meet? You remember?
Yes, I remember. We met at a Starbucks because you were sitting there working on your computer. You looked over and you saw the skin on the back of my computer and asked me what I did. I told you, and just conversation. And old me would have said that it was an accident or a chance happening, but now I know it was a serendipity.
It has to be, man. If I see... And not pulling the color card, man. I'm sitting at Starbucks in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday, and I see another brother sitting at Starbucks in the middle of the afternoon on a Tuesday. I have my laptop. He has his says world renowned. Mine says Toshiba. I'm like, okay, there's something going on. I've got to understand more. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so, and that years later, and even in the interim, we talked a little bit on and off, but it's always been intriguing to find out what other people do. You look happy. You look like if you're sitting there miserable, I wouldn't even approach you. I'm not the what's wrong type of person.
Yeah.
But you look happy, you look together, I want to know what you're doing. And
now on that note, this is something that I've been listening to a little bit, and I think that it's a great, intro, a great part to put in here. We always talk about looking happy, and I genuinely am happy. I know a lot of my people, they probably say the same thing about you. They're like, dude, when do you work? You're see the videos. What do you do for a living? But we also have seen, especially this year, we've seen a lot of people dealing with real life issues, life and death issues, in the fact where they look happy, where they have everything that, they position themselves, and we'll just talk, it looks one way, but then in reality, they were chasing something and it wasn't, it wasn't sustaining them on the inside. So I am very happy. That's why the foolishness, that's why I do stuff like this right here.
It's true. And listen, he's like this all day, every day, all day. I don't know what his wife does. I can't, but he's hilarious all the time.
So on that note right there, I want to ask you, because we see a lot of people who look happy. We see a lot of people who have positioned themselves as celebrities, as, industry experts if we're talking about business, but they miss something. And usually we don't see that they miss something until, unfortunately, it's too late.
Right.
So I know that you've dealt with some of the major corporations in the U.S. and across the world. I know you deal with top execs, people who we can't even say their names because their security might just cut this feed, and I might be here. What are 3 pitfalls that you would, warn or have us guard ourselves against when we're looking at how to position ourselves? Now, this is whether in life, in the media, PR, whatever it is. What are 3 pitfalls that you would have us watch out for?
I would say being honest. These are gonna go back to Mama. Okay, I'm sorry I don't have an updated list, but be honest. Listen, I am not honest because I'm a better person. I don't remember. I have a bad memory. So if I lie, I will not remember that I lied.
How knocking on your door tonight if you lie, huh?
Yeah, like right now. Like I would say something. If I said, hey, I ran the Olympics in 2007, and like now I'd be like, I never seen the Olympics before. Like I would immediately catch myself. It's so bad, right? So don't lie. And it builds a lot of trust with people over. Even if you're quirky, that's fine. Don't lie. Take accountability. Don't blame. Blame does nothing. I've assumed more responsibility for stuff I haven't done to get the project through, just to stop the chatter. You did it. You did it. No, you're fine. I did it. I don't care. Let's get past it. Nobody's gonna spank you. You're an adult. You know what I mean? So be accountable. Be aware. Don't be afraid. And I said, be unapologetically you, bro. Be unapologetically you. Just stop worrying about if you don't fit. First of all, here's a little secret. It's people like us create the world.
Absolutely.
So any idea that you're trying to perceive or you're trying to look like or be like, that's somebody else's vision of what perfection looks like. My man is always in a bow tie beard, tight work. You've known me for 4 years. You see it.
Man, hold on. I've known you for 4 years, and the only time I've ever seen you in a dress shirt was when I asked you to do it for me.
Yes, sir.
Now.
Yes, sir. And even that was a struggle. And there was another time where I had a dress shirt at a meeting, and I took it off. I had a T-shirt on, and I put the dress shirt on for the meeting, and as soon as the meeting was over, I took it off. I had not left the room yet. I was just, okay, we're done? All right, gone, off. I can't do it. I did too many years in the suit. I can't do it anymore. But my people know me, and the quality of work is the same no matter if I'm in a T-shirt or sweatpants or jeans. Now, when I need to be presentable, obviously industry declares, what's right and wrong. But for the most part, man, I'm having fun. And if you don't lie, you don't need to apologize. If you're unapologetically you're happy. So they all blend into each other, man.
All right, good stuff. So now talking about your people know you. And I know that we've already probably given out too much information because now we're going to have people trying to take and poach your clients. But we don't worry about that because people can have what you have, but they can't do what you do because they're not you. And, oh, by the way, I like the haircut, dude. I don't know where
I'm prepared, man. I'm prepared.
Okay, so one of the last, well, we're doing great on time, by the way, because we have 6 minutes. And
Look at that. I'm surprised, man.
2-6. But see, we're going to take them to the edge. And right before you give me that $1 million tip, it's going to be 25:59, and we're going to have to come back to part 2 of the 26 with my man, Errol Chung, founder, owner, dad, author. Just good dude from Miami DMT. So what I wanted to ask you right now, who are some of the people that you see or work with, either that you see or you currently work with, that are doing the positioning game, not game, but game.
It's all a game. It's always a game.
So who are some of the people that you see, whether you're working with them or not, or if you are working with them, that you see what they're doing for themselves, their charity, their organization, whatever it is that you would like to shine some light on, man?
All right. So since this is the launch, I'm going to hit you first. You know already when you asked me that, I'm going to go to you first. So
well, I wasn't expecting you to, because you know me, so I thought you were going to go with.
No, well, you know me and I know you, and listen, I still win. See how that works?
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
I've watched you over the years. When I met you, you were already awesome, right? There was a crown of capability that was there. You were extremely well at doing what you're doing. You had been there for so long that you thought that you were normal. You forgot because you hang out with giants, you roll with them for so. There's nothing physically different you're doing now, brother. Think about it, right? We go do speeches. Those speeches now are the same speeches you gave one-on-one in your office. They're not monumental life changes. It's the same wisdom and dedication you put on stage as you put in the show. So you, number one, the media network, the expanse is all through your creativity and your ability to see the future and what's coming. And that is incredible, man. I'm happy to be a part of it.
I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Ted Victor from the Broad Social Network.
Ted, hold on, man. See, dude, you got to scream these people's names. Ted Victor, BSN, baby. We watching you. We're watching you, Ted Victor, BSN, Broward Social Network. Go ahead, E. Go ahead and give it to him.
Charles Johnson from the Miami Marlins. Chantel Bullock from Seattle.
Wait. Time out, man. Time out. Pause. He's not just Charles Johnson from the Miami
Big brother, my big brother, man.
Okay.
He used to the fancy.
So they need to keep everyone that's our audience right now, our viewers and our listeners, need to keep their eyes and ears open. Go and look for these people who Errol is shouting out, because it's not by accident that, these names are coming up now.
Lamar. Oh my gosh! Don't get me down the list. You're gonna get me in trouble, man.
And me watching you and watching them, from behind the scenes and seeing what's happening. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Charles Johnson and give this next young lady, give her name, put some respect on her name, please.
Put some respect. Okay, to go to her, we got to go one step before. So Charles Johnson he's a catcher. He was the first person ever drafted by the Miami Marlins. He was a catcher when they won the World Series in '97. Chantal Bullock for Seabold Enterprises is the mastermind behind his management team and his business development, and she is amazing. She is a grad school course in every conversation in business. And I thought I knew a lot until I started seeing what these guys are doing. Shouts out to GMA CrossFit right here in Miramar. Incredible dedication, Raf and his wife and Miriam, their mom, the dad, everybody's fantastic. There's a community that's involved, and Chantal calls it an ecosystem, just like plants and animals, right? Where we feed off each other. You know what I mean? We all have our own personal networks. We all have our own personal strengths. But when you are true and you're honest and you're fair, the network survives so much stronger. It becomes elastic. You have opportunities you weren't aware of, Who knows where this video is going to go, Sometimes videos I worked on for months get 200 views, and videos I do in the car get, 10,000 views. It's impossible.
Tell me about it, man. I be giving good content. I be getting 1 view from my mama, man. I be saying like, thank you, mama.
Hey, listen, and let your wife get on camera. Forget about it. It's over. Let your wife get on camera.
Stupid juice. All right, this is a 2-minute warning. Dos minutos. So I have 2 questions for you, Mr. Chung. First question is, if you could talk to yourself 10 years younger, what would you say?
Stay close to the family.
Repeat that one for me.
I left after college. I took I'm focused. I have ADD, right? So it's hard for me to focus, but when I focus on something, I don't let go. So since 2003 to right now, I've been completely focused on the business. And in doing so, I work for 36 hours straight sometimes. And I lost a lot of connections with a lot of family that I wish I hadn't. And small steps to make reparations when I can, and realization that some people needed to be dropped. So, no harm, no foul. So stay close to the family would be one of mine.
Good stuff. That is a big one. Now, unfortunately, if you don't know this, we're not going to live forever. Well, I don't think that we are. I believe that we aren't. Not here physically. So my last question to you is, when you are no longer with us on this earth, what do you want people to say about Mr. Errol Chung?
He got artists paid. He got creatives. He got creatives paid. He got creatives the money that they were due. That would be awesome for me. If I can get you paid your true worth, like, forget about it. I'm happy, because there's no number that high. And if I can work on that with you, brother, I'm good to go. Dude.
Mr. Errol Chung, Miami DMT, thank you so much. Dude, I know you might not be aware of this. You were the very first guest on the 2-6. It is an honor, a privilege to have you on, but more so than anything, it's an honor and a privilege to call you a friend and a brother. You guys hear it? That's true.
We good? Oh, we on time. Perfect.
Love you, dude. Take care.
Appreciate it.
Talking soon, man.
All right, brother. Take it easy.